Yeah, so the show's about celebrating con experience and the inclusivity and family vibes of what cons are. So can you kind of tell us about your con experience overall?
Oh, like in life? Just
in life,
all the...
yeah.
I mean, absolutely. Oh, thank you. I mean, it's so hard to pick. No, I mean, that's the thing that kind of keeps us coming back. It's I don't want to say it's work because it doesn't feel like work, but it is emotionally, like, it takes a lot out of you, but you're also taking a lot in. And that is what I think. It's funny, like sometimes I think about, this is so dumb, but you know the movie Scrooged?
Yeah.
Like where Bill Murray at the end is like, and then when you have this experience and you make people feel good, you get greedy for that feeling. You get greedy for it.
Yeah.
And that's the greed. The greed is like, when you're not just in a room by yourself or like on a set where everyone's working hard and everyone's tired, you do the thing. And then you get to have these one-on-one experiences with people where they tell you what it means to them and why it helped them. Or, and with, for example, the Legend of Korra, there's so many experiences that people can relate to where, someone tells me they came out to their family because of Korra,
right.
Or they served in the military and they had PTS and they helped, Korra helped them get through that. My parents were both teachers. To me, that, like, I need to feel like, oh, I did something. I did something that helped someone. That kind of, like, legacy, if you want to call it that, is, that's the most important thing in the world to me. And I didn't know that is what my life would end up kind of being about.
Yeah.
Because I was very embarrassed to be a performer because my parents were teachers. So I was like, they did something real.
Yeah.
I'm just doing this dumb thing that feels very selfish and self-centered and like, look at me. And so when you're lucky enough to get to do stuff in your career that has that effect on people, I'm like, oh, okay. It's a little more complicated than I was allowing myself to believe. And it is, especially in these crazy times where everything feels so combative. It's just great to be in a place where, ideally people are respectful of each other and also open-minded with each other. Like, no one's saying we all have to live in a vacuum. That's not what being here is about. People can respectfully disagree on stuff, but like, let's be respectful and gentle with each other. How about?
Yeah. How about? Yeah. Can't be that hard.
Yeah.
So when did cons start for you? When was your first one and how?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I think the first one I ever did was San Diego Comic-Con when Korra premiered. Okay. So I went from 0 to like Hall C or whatever it is, where it's like thousands of people. Yeah. That was crazy. And then after that, I almost immediately started doing like little college events and stuff. Yeah. Because it gave time for more. Because whenever we do Comic-Con, it's just like, if we even do a signing, it's just like, hi, how are you? Oh, hi, hi. Like, you can't, there's no time. Yeah. So there wasn't as much like face-to-face. So I actually like doing ones where it's a little more personal. Yeah.
Okay.
Is this your first time in Nashville?
It's not. I've been here once before at a podcast convention. Okay. That may have there have been only one.
Okay.
You gotta try.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so that was not an experience with signing or anything like that. It was like everybody doing their podcasts for each other and for people who came, and then like meet and greets and stuff. But there was no, when you're doing the podcast, like, and you guys I'm sure will experience this when people are really, you don't want me to sign something, right? We're just gonna talk because it's a podcast. But it was really fun, and for as many concerts I do and as many places I've been to this point, I realized I was here in 2018 and I remember it so well. Yeah. So it really made an impression on me. Because I got here and I was like, oh, I remember, Gulch, I remember that. Milk and Honey, remember that. Remember, okay, Belmont, remember that. Yeah. Like, it all stayed with me for some reason. So I felt very comfortable coming back here and wandering around and being like, yeah, Nashville, I got you, Nashville. Yeah, it's great.
Belmont was where I went to pharmacy school.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah.
I walked around that campus on Thursday evening because I was like, I want to get out and walk around, but it was already getting dark.
Yeah,
so it was just me, the lightning bugs or fireflies, depending on what you call them, the bats, and the robins.
Love it.
It was like...
Depending on when that is, I was probably in the pharmacy building.
Hold on. That's weird. Is Batman and Robin... Is that why his name is Robin? I've never said those things together before.
It is now.
Don't you think that's weird?
You're actually putting it together for me.
Because they were both eating the fireflies at the same time. It was dusk. So the
Can we
bats
fact
were
check
out,
this?
and so were the robins.
You just connected it for me, and I'm a huge
Yeah.
Batman fan. So
That's it.
Am I?
and
did
from
we
the
just-
South.
What
So
happened here?
We just figured this out.
wait, did we?
I'm sure. Look, the internet. Okay, so as someone will already have talked about all this, but that is so weird that I just had the moment where I was like, huh.
Yeah, this is going viral, so thanks for that.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
yeah. This is thank you
Wonderful.
very much for
You're
this.
so welcome. That's
also-
why we do this.
Yeah, that's exactly what we do.
Yeah.
Do you have a specific con memory that you other outside of chasing the Batman and Robins?
Yeah.
Is there a Firefly character in Batman? I'm having trouble.
I think there might
Perfect. And no, do
Yeah,
Batman and Robin both want to eat that character?
flamethrowers. He's a bad guy.
be.
Yeah.
He's a bad guy.
Oh my God! What have we just done?
We
What if we just found out?
Upended everything as we understand it.
All right.
Okay, let me think about this. God, there are so many. It depends. I mean, again, like we also have the experience of getting to meet our heroes. So then, backstage in the green room, you meet someone and you're like, I can't believe I'm talking to you right now. Like, let's just deal with the fact that Dr. Peter Weller is here. RoboCop.
Right over there.
He was like eating lunch at the same time as me. I was like, oh,
That's RoboCop,
stay
guys.
cool, stay cool. But that's less about like the experience of the fans. So
No, but this is about all of our experiences from you guys down.
I mean, we all still nerd out on each other. I think you know what I will say. The thing that just came into my head that's kind of a combination of both. The fan experience of the thing I did, and also me being a fan of someone else, was the first time I met Grant Imahara. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Who it was a huge Avatar and Legend of Korra fan, and so we just totally nerded out on each other. And I'm friends with Adam Savage, but I didn't know Grant as well at that time, and that was a real pinch me moment of like, what? Shut up! Like when you're like about to walk towards someone, and then you realize they're walking towards you, and you're like, no. That was really really cool. He's amazing.
Yeah. That's I've had similar experiences with people. Like the Baldur's Gate 3 cast, I've got to the point where I'd go up to their table and they'd yell while I'm in line, like Matt and all this stuff. And I'm like, and I've gotten to a point where I like have had Zoom calls with them and like,
I
talk
love
to them.
it.
And
Wait,
all that stuff.
who all's in Baldur's Gate? 'Cause I swear I know someone from
So,
that cast.
Matt Mercer's in there.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
What am
But
I? I'm so used to I'm so used to the like crittery of it that I forgot about Baldur's Gate. Yeah.
So and then
Mercer.
of course like Jennifer English and like
Yeah.
all like Theo, Neil Newman, Deborah Wild. It's like so all those people, and it's like it's so weird that like I'll be there and they're just like, oh my gosh, it's Matt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's why I fell in love with these cons because that happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is awesome. Meeting so
Usually people who come here, it's not always true, and it depends on kind of where people are in their careers or like what their motivation is for coming on the like celebrity side or whatever. But like usually people who do these are people,
yeah,
and so the last thing that someone wants to do is ruin your fandom, number one. But then it does sometimes go the extra mile.
Yeah.
Or if you play your cards right, you're charming enough, like Matt. Then you form this relationship with people.
Yeah. And it's so crazy. Like I've just had like people remembering you. It's like you've probably seen like 1,000 people, and you're like, oh, I remember this person. Even like today when you were like, oh, you, and then I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I stumbled on my words there, but it's so cool to like for people who see all these people at cons just to be like, hey, I remember you and our interaction. And I've had that with so many people, and it's just like kind of fuels that bug to keep going to cons and meeting all these.
But you're not allowed to it can't work the other way, because it's true that if someone's done like 4 cons in a row and they've met thousands of people or just been in that like busyness, because sometimes I see people, I'm like, I fully know this person, I won't be able to say from where, I won't remember their name, and you know what I mean, and we feel horrible. I finally had to get to a point like literally last year where I was like so hard on myself, because especially coming from an improv background, like I pride myself in like retaining stuff. And so that moment where someone's like, we've actually met before, like it rushes me.
Sure.
I finally had to be like, oh, our brains aren't meant to do this.
Yeah.
Like our brains aren't meant to Rolodex this many faces and names. Like we're just not built for this. But I'm like, come on, that's like a biohack I would maybe get on board for. It's like I want a better memory for people like that.
And I don't ever I would never be like, oh, you didn't remember me.
Yeah.
But it's just like I will be like, hey, yeah, we met at this con, and then I'll kind of just like tell someone like this is what happened. But like that's kind of how I did with Ross Marquand, and like I was like, I met you at Dragon Con, and then at Nashville. Earlier in the year at the other Nashville Con, he was like, I told him that, and he's like, yeah, I do remember you. And then we saw him in Huntsville last month, and he remembered. Like,
Ross.
It was Huntsville. Yep, Huntsville.
He's a good man.
He's good.
Ross, I've been to a lot of cons with Ross, and I feel like at the end of the day, if we hung out afterwards, I will be like, oh man, I'm losing my voice. I'm gonna go to bed. And he's like, what? And then he's like, just wanders off into somewhere. And I'm like, Godspeed, Ross. Adventure awaits. Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, so that's just kind of so that's, I wouldn't like a...
We feel each other.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure for anybody who's like, oh, the opposite must then be true.
No.
That you're like, if you aren't remembered immediately,
it's like cherry on top.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, the whole thing kind of speaks to the genuine nature of everybody involved.
Yeah.
If you show up and say we see each other at the next con, you don't remember us, that's okay because we'll remember you. But it's again just this genuine, regardless of current relationship, there's always this overall relationship, right?
Yeah.
Like even if Ross did remember you or whatever, it's not about that. It's about the moment. It's about the genuine moment that we're all sharing at the same time.
For sure, for sure. We need that.
Right. Again, going back to the combativeness of where we're at as a world, as a country, this is what this show is about, is saying, like, look at all of us here for the same reason, at the same time, doing the same thing.
Totally. And being in person, not being behind a screen.
Right,
you know?
right.
Yeah.
What's your next con?
My next con is, let's see, I just did, this is my third in a row. I did Hot Springs, Arkansas, then Oklahoma City, then here. Next week I teach a class, so I won't be at a con. I think my next one is Columbus.
Okay.
Columbus, Ohio.
Nice.
I think that's in, not next weekend, but the weekend after that.
any projects that are coming up soon that you're working on?
I'm trying to remember
That you can say.
what's been announced. Well, certainly the podcast I do with Dante Bosco, the voice of Zuko, and General Iroh from Legend of Korra,
and Rufio.
And Rufio! And the Goofy movie. I'd like to bring that up from time to
Absolutely,
time.
yeah.
Yo, Stacey.
Talk to me. He came up with that. Yeah, that was his thing for him.
So proud. We will be bringing season 5 of Braving the Elements to talk about Korra, and then all the stuff that's coming out soon. So we'll have lots of Avatar content to talk about. New stuff.
Real quick, last question. What class are you teaching?
It's a voiceover class.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a voiceover class. I do like 2 a year.
Yeah.
That's all I can do, but it's really fun.
Well, we're excited about all you've got going on, and thank you so much for your time. This was awesome. Thank you so much.
Guys. Batman and Robin.
Yeah. Here. Okay.
Right.
Right?